Hello, in this video I'll show you the location and how to remove and replace the fuel filter on Ford Transit MK6 2.4 liters TDCI. The fuel filter on this van is located in the engine compartment. It's located right there, the white filter right there. In order to remove the fuel filter, there is a cap on top of it that we need to turn to loosen and then to remove. We can do it by hand. We just need to turn it anti-clockwise. If it doesn't want to turn, in my case it doesn't want to turn, I'm getting big pliers and trying to turn it to loosen it with the big pliers. Once I loosen the cap with the pliers, then I can remove it all the way by hand. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. It still doesn't want to turn. I'm going to use to loosen it a bit more with the pliers, and then I'll try again to remove it by hand. The cap is loosened now, so now I'm going to remove it all the way. Now to remove the fuel filter, we just need to pull it down and it will come out. That's the fuel filter out. I'll show you now. There is a notch on it which has to be aligned with the notch on the fuel filter housing. We need to align those notches in order for it to go in afterwards. This is the new fuel filter. First I'm going to fill it up with diesel to help bleed the system easier. And now I'm going to put on the new fuel filter. You see there is notches on top of them. There is a big notch which has to go around the back and the small notches on the front. They have to align and then you can push it in all the way. If the notches don't align with the notches on the fuel filter housing, then the fuel filter won't be able to go up all the way. If it doesn't go up, just do with the finger, touch with the finger where the notches are on the fuel filter housing, and then try to align the fuel filter corresponding to where the notches on the housing are. In my case the fuel filter is in all the way. Now I'm going to put the cap on and tighten it. Only hand tighten it, don't use any tools to tighten it. And as the fuel filter replaced, next we need to bleed the fuel system. In order to bleed the fuel system, we need to take off one of the hoses, one of the fuel lines. So we're going to remove the first fuel line on the right side, this one there. In order to remove it, there is a tab on it, which I push with the screwdriver. I just pull out the fuel line. To prime the fuel system, I'm going to use a mechanical fuel pump that I have in my garage. I'm going to put a hose onto the fuel line that I just disconnected, and the other part of the hose I'm going to put my pump on, and I'm going to start pumping fuel until it starts coming out from the fuel tank. The fuel line that I disconnected is coming from the fuel tank, so when you put on the pump, make sure the arrow, the direction of flow is going not towards the fuel line, towards the other hose. You can see there is fuel coming, and now I'm going to put the other part of the hose onto the fuel filter where I disconnected the fuel line. When I put this part of the hose onto the fuel filter where I disconnected the fuel line, I'm going to continue pumping until it fills the fuel filter all the way, and the fuel goes all the way to the high pressure fuel pump. Bleeding the system will be much faster because I already filled the fuel filter with diesel. If I hadn't filled it with diesel, first I would have to fill the filter with this pump, and then it will go all the way to the high pressure fuel pump. I'm going to continue to pump until I feel pressure. That means that everything is filled up correctly, and then I'm going to remove quickly the hose from the fuel line and from the fuel filter and connect the fuel line very quickly. Before I remove the pump, I'll show you how exactly I installed the pump. It comes from the fuel line, goes look at the direction of the fuel pump, and goes into the fuel filter right there. Now I'm going to press the fuel pump a couple more times, and then I'm going to disconnect it from both ends and just put the fuel line onto the fuel filter, and the fuel system should be primed. Okay, I'm removing the fuel pump, and I'm going to put the fuel line immediately onto the fuel filter pipe, and the fuel system should be primed. Now I'm going to go into the car and start the engine. When you start the engine, make sure you press the accelerator for a little bit, because just in case the fuel system hasn't primed completely, this way it will prime by itself. We can see it's working. I'm pressing the accelerator, and that means fuel system is primed, and we're done with replacing the fuel filter. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.